Normal background, right? I am just packed up and ready to roll out for after going down to Florida from Texas for FAPIA, the state association down here for first party industries and public adjusters. That's on my list too, so just know that. We planned on doing this live, but my flights changed, so you're getting a pre-recording. Sorry about that, folks. If you'd like, put questions down below and I can always answer them either on the plane, because I'm going to be on the plane when I'm supposed to be doing this live, and we'll get back to you. So thank you so much. In case you don't know me, my name is Lynette Young. I am a co-founder and the Sorceress of Alchemy here at ClaimWizard, the #1 most trusted and widely used claim workflow solution in the public adjusting and first party industry. And I am here today to help you get your business going. That's what these are all about. So, first of all, look at my shirt. I love this. This was a fundraiser at FAPIA, so I picked up a shirt. And I should say I help policyholder advocates be superheroes. So, I'm wearing one of your shirts, so thanks for letting me wear it. But today's topic, I kind of wanted to cover a little bit, because that's what these kind of snippets of the used to be lives but now have the pre-recordeds are. Blue sky marketing for public adjusters, right? So I'm down here in Florida and I did talk to hundreds of public adjusters, right? A good majority of them are our clients. But you know, there's nothing like meeting in person with someone to ask questions, to build a relationship, to progress that relationship further, those sorts of things. Zoom is great. Zoom saved us all during COVID. But I think, as much as we can, as much as we're comfortable, it's a good idea to get back to face-to-face, right? So this is our new normal, probably. It is what it is. But what I hear specifically from folks down in Florida, and this is 2021 right now, October 2021, and while, like, say, for example, there have been, a number of storms and hurricanes that have come through the southeast, specifically Florida, it hasn't caused much property damage, right? So I got to ask people one-to-one, like very recently, obviously, above and beyond the 25 years I've been working in this industry. How do you get business when there's no cats, when there's no severe weather events? How do you keep your lights on, so to speak? And I'll be honest, a lot of public adjusters that I talked to said it's very difficult. They can't do it. They're struggling. They don't know what, they're the season's almost over, so to speak. It won't kick in until next week, June or whatever it kicks in, hurricane season. So they're trying to figure out how to stay afloat between then. And then I would talk to the very next person, and they're like, we have so much business, we don't even know what to do. We have to turn it away. We're afraid to turn it away because it's always feast or famine. But the smart companies know what to do. So this is what I'm going to kind of interject some of their ideas in with what I've already seen in the industry in the past 2.5 decades. And away we go. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about, since I'm here, just finishing up at FAPIA, is industry networking. Whenever a new public adjuster calls me up and says, what do I do? Where do I learn? What's going on? My computer is very angry right now. How do I go about understanding the industry, understanding the framework of what I'm working in, figure out the best tips and tricks and practices? How do I network and find people that can give me business? That's twofold here. So local network or industry networking. So whatever state you're in, chances are you have an association with you. California, Texas, Georgia, Florida, New Jersey, New York. There's an RMAPIA for Rocky Mountain, for all those up there. Of course, if you find yourself in a state that does not have a state or regional association, I think there's a Mid-Atlantic one, MAPIA. Maybe it's Massachusetts, I don't know. Look for the nationals, right? And there are several national organizations that I'm aware of. We participate heavily in the NAPIA and the National Association. Find them, get involved with them, jump on their Zoom meetings when they have them. go to their events live and join. And I beat this drum quite often, but what I see is when I see these new people, they usually learn how to be a public adjuster two ways. One, they have come from an ecosystem that they were previously a public adjuster or maybe office staff or an estimator, or they were a lateral industry like a roofer, resto, dry out, whatever. And they said, all right, I'm going to go full in and I'm going to become a public adjuster. So they're usually coming out of what we call an ecosystem, where they're already learning the ropes of that particular company and how they work, and then they branch out on their own. Or they're coming over from the carrier side or cold from some other industry like roofing or whatever, where they've never really worked with public adjusters very much. And both of those cause problems when you're basically switching industries and having to kind of start your networking from scratch. That's why I love the state and national associations, because you are in a concentrated group of people that are doing what you are doing. They're brand new, they're old hat, they're fourth generation businesses, all of that. And don't just talk to and try to network other public adjusters. So I do see that a lot, where new public adjusters are like, well, I'm just going to cozy up to a really big firm and whatever their crumbs are is what I'm going to take to get started. No. If what we call turn and burns, the smaller claims that you can flip over quickly and get results from are what you decide you want to do, then yeah, network with people that handle big commercial claims, and when they get residentials, they don't want to really handle them or whatever. That symbiotic relationship is very important. That's how the larger, and I won't say larger in size, but larger in volume or large loss specialty people in this industry usually deal. They get panicky sometimes. They're like, well, it's stupid to turn away business, but I don't really want to handle it. Or they're, bang up in the industry of residential and they really have that locked down. But when they get big commercial claims thrown their way, they feel like they should take them, but they really don't know how to handle them. Or maybe I should just refer it to an attorney. No, make networking with people, because if you're not, what we're going to talk about two more things after this, if you're not really solid at going out and prospecting, representing, things like that, being a sales rep for yourself yet, or for an established company, you want to branch out into other things, see about working with other companies that already do what you do in a state that you're not normally in, or whatever the deal is. Those relationships are made at industry events. Hands down, no doubt. I have seen in person so many times, like we'll come one year and they're networking and they'll go to a class and wind up sitting next to someone and talking about the contents of like the session they just attended, and then they'll meet up at the bar, and then next year I see they're collaborating. They come back and they're working together and they've got these things, because I know this sounds strange, but you're all not really competitors. There's so much business out there. And when I say that, there's so much business out there for the people that don't know how to do blue sky marketing. Find claims when the sky and the weather are beautiful and there's no catastrophic events happening. I'll be honestly, they tell me I'm full of crap. But I will immediately turn around, pull someone off the floor and say, talk to this person. This person is doing what you tell me is impossible. And that person and that person and that person are doing what you tell me is impossible. It's not impossible. It can be done. And I see it over and over again. So build those relationships. One of the other things that I'll say in line with that is get yourself your certifications within the industry, whatever you can, your SPPA, go get Xactimate training, go get leveled up in Xactimate, get some letters after your name, get some credentials that will stand you out from others. IAUA offers amazing educational courses for umpires and appraisers. Get those extra things. So if business is slow, when it's blue skies out, take that time at the industry events or even separate. I guess this is kind of a 1A version of a tip, but go out and rank yourself up, level yourself up, ding, ding, right? Kind of do that, because those are going to separate you from your competition. I mean, technically they are, but there's so much business out there. Trust me, there are policyholders out there that need your help. You just need to get in front of them. Networking with other peers in your industry is greatly beneficial to you. Next up, I'm going to suggest that you do a lot of local networking. Chamber of Commerce, BNI, like any kind of networking association with local community people that you can think of. This is really helpful because you're getting in front of business owners, decision makers, homeowners, all sorts of things like that. You know, you may go to an event, a Chamber of Commerce event, and they're all like VPs of a bank, because that's when I went, that's all they ever were, right? But you know what? They own homes. They probably have other businesses. You're going to meet a ton of real estate agents, because real estate agents crawl all of those local events. They are always trying to get in front of people. Well, guess what? Real estate agents need you. They need you for their homeowners that are selling. They need your homeowners that are buying. They need your homeowners for their homeowners that they placed, got in a house 3 years ago, that when they're good, real estate agents, they're still keeping in touch for the inevitability for when that person they put in a home now sells that home. And, I know when we moved from New Jersey to Texas, we relied on our real estate agent so heavily. Help me find a painter. Help me find somebody to redo our floors. Do you know a landscaper? All that kind of thing. When our homeowners warranty that the sellers had given us for a year, we had things that weren't covered by that policy. The guarantee policy, and we're like, okay, we need a new this, we need that, and public adjusters let real estate agents prop themselves up with the value they can add, because their industry is fierce. Everybody knows who a real estate agent is. Everybody knows, where everybody can probably look in their phone and find a real estate agent, in there. They are going to be the ones that are feet on the ground, boots on the ground, or whatever they say, to help people get in and out of homes. And that's what you want to connect with. Absolutely. Where are you going to meet them? You're going to meet them at Chamber of Commerce events, at business building events, at we used to go to these things, or I used to anyway, it was like speed dating, but for professionals, mortgage people at banks, people that are offering all of these different services. They are your key into homeowners. So definitely network with them. And the third thing I'm going to say actually kind of goes with the second, is when you're looking to drum up business, when the skies are blue and the cats are far and few in between, is something that I see prevalently lacking in the industry, which is common people on the street do not understand what public adjusters can do for them. So take this time, work with your local Chamber of Commerce, work with your local library systems. I know this, some people are like, oh, that sounds like so much work. Well, if you don't got work coming in, what's the difference? You got to do something, right? You have to market yourself. And that is one thing that I overwhelmingly see with companies, people that are one-person shops that are just starting, all the way to the multi-generational companies that have 80 public adjusters and offices, all over the states. Marketing is difficult. Running a business is difficult. You may be great at adjusting. You can get 99.44% of the monies that you've negotiated all of the time for policyholders. But if policyholders do not know who you are, you cannot be their superhero, right? So put together something as simple as offering a free class at the library, or offering to do a talk at your Chamber of Commerce to say, this is how you read a policy. This is how, you inventory a home before before you're going to have before the hurricane season starts. This is, partner with a roofing company or something and do a dual thing if roofs are big in your state like they are in Texas. Hello, hail. Partner with them. Number one, they're going to see a lot of damage, because if my roof is damaged, I'm going to call a roofer. People may not necessarily think to call a public adjuster. So you're going to get business, reciprocal business through them, and leads and referrals through them. But I want you to teach the general public what a public adjuster can do for them. We also tend to very much talk about things in terms of perils and policyholders and deck pages and POLs and, RFIs, and those words don't mean squat to somebody that just had a house fire, that just had their roof pummeled by hail, that just had, water seepage in through all their windows after a wind event or something like that. All those things I just said, they don't understand. Speak plain English to them and get them educated. Offer these classes for free. I see it all the time in different areas of the country. I specifically see it after catastrophic events. Like, for example, a couple years back when the volcano started blowing over in Hawaii, the nonprofit group United Policyholders went out there, partnered with the predominant Hawaii public adjusters, and helped people understand their policy, understand their rights, understand what they can and cannot do, understand how to get temporary housing, understand that, how to read your policy to make sure that you have pack-out services. All of those crazy things. Like, we're in this industry and we probably don't even look at our own policies and understand that. Get in front of these people and teach them what they need to know. Teach them how to read their policy. Teach them how to go to their broker and demand better coverage. You get what you pay for. We all know this. Even in areas like Florida and California that have, Florida has Citizens Insurance and, the bottom of the barrel kind of things, even they need help with their policies. Make them, understand that your policy has a $10,000 limit on X, Y, and Z, and that's not going to cover your TV room or whatever. Help people, because it is the long tail. But if you're truly not getting business in your door, you need to go out there and get your face in the community, absolutely, without doubt. So education and teach people, even if you're doing corporate. So, offer even a Zoom call on, go on LinkedIn and advertise yourself to all of your local and regional and state or whatever. Hold a free seminar on Zoom, for crying out loud. Don't even leave your house. I didn't even leave this hotel room, kind of thing. And I'm trying to get information out to you guys. Meet them where you're at and meet them where you're at. So if you're looking for commercial, if you want to do commercial claims, go out and start a Zoom call and have them register for a Zoom call, free webinar, whatever, and teach them about commercial policies. Teach them if their organization has physical damage on their properties or business interruption. Pick something and specialize in it. It could be out of your direct wheelhouse of public adjusting, I'll be honest. What I do and my team does with these is we're not teaching anything about our platform. We know we have the best platform on the, in the industry. And what we teach will strengthen your business, and then you'll have a need for our platform. But you know what? End all be all, you need to be a better public adjusting company in order to use us. So that's how we go. You teach these people out here. Zoom, go in meetings, go to the library, do a talk at the Chamber of Commerce. I've done talks at Chamber of Commerce. I've done talks at Knights of Columbus, anything, KOC, anything you can get in front of. Go and help people. Don't sit home and wallow over it. Don't sit on Twitter and put out the same single, message. We help policyholders. Well, people don't think of themselves as policyholders. People think of themselves as homeowners or renters with, contents coverage or any of those crazy things. That's what you kind of need to hit home with. So those are my 3.5, 4.5, 3 2/2 tips of ideas that you can do to set yourself up for a better future, for right now, immediate future, and in the near and far future for your public adjusting business. And it's, wow, I am sitting here in Florida and it just started pouring rain out right now. It's still before noon and it is I can't see anything outside. So just as the weather can change at the drop of a hat, so can your business. Okay, any questions? Let us know. Thank you. Sorry so much for the pre-recorded. Everything got messed up. The airlines are a little crazy, but I wanted to get some information out to you. Thank you all so much from the very bottom of my heart. You are all policyholders, superheroes. Take care. Bye-bye.